Hi, my name is Amy Cothran. I wanted to bring to you the City Council meeting from June 27th, 2023, and let you know what happened. For as long as I've been here, which was in 2022 is when I moved here, I've heard talk about Generations Park. Well, kind of like the South Bypass. I kept hearing talk about the South Bypass. It looks like there's some movement on Generations Park. So, at last night's meeting, here is the um, what they showed us for the what generation part's going to look like. So over here, there's going to be a some basketball courts, pickleball courts, 45 right in here. There's going to be 45 parking slots. There's going to be a park shelter and restroom right in this area right here. There's going to be horseshoes and bossy ball courts, BOCCE. I'm sure I mispronounced that. BOCCE ball courts. They're going to be right in this area right here. There's been an ad. Oh, excuse me. I forgot about the splash pads. Splash pads right in here. And I've got some more pictures for you in just a second. There's been an ad. The library wants an amphitheater, and so they have decided that here would be the amphitheater, and so that gives lots of room out here to spread out and listen to or whatever we're going to do with the amphitheater. Okay, but this is kind of the library deal. The library board's coming up with the money to construct this. It's together with this, but it's a kind of separate. Just to kind of give you a frame of reference here, this is the library right here. Okay, so this is the library. Here looks like the Deerfield entrance. So it's coming off Deerfield right in here. There's going to be parking here, but they also talked about right in here, there's going to be ADA or whatever it's called, ADA for handicap area for people to be able to park here if they're handicapped, and then they could take this sidewalk around here to get to the amphitheater. That way they don't have to walk through all the splash pad or around the sidewalks to the splash pad. So lots of things were conveyed yesterday about that. Let's look at this next slide. Maybe I've got to stop my pen so I can look at the next slide. Okay, there we go. Oh, and now I need to get my pen and erase all that stuff. I figured it'd go with this way with the slide. Oh, here it is. Let me get my eraser and erase all these. Okay, so here's kind of an above view. This is absolutely, created. And then also, he talked about all the trees because we're not going to have the trees. So the trees were kind of added in for an effect. And he said this is probably a 15-year view with the trees in here. And not a 15-year view for it to be done, just the nice trees and the shading. And you can see the amphitheater over here. You can see the courts, the courts over here, and there's the restrooms and the roundabout kind of drive for this. So just some more animated kind of shows here. Here's the front of the restroom. They're putting some kind of leaf thing here, and they talked about bricks, having some brick and some natural native to Nebraska materials used. Here's a splash pad. And from the way they talked is they put this together the way that they perceive it looking. So, splash pad, and then we got the rocks all around. Lots of seating. You can sit on all the rocks that are around. Um, it looks like I put the same picture up here twice. Here's another one with the playground and the splash pad, and everything's just kind of included so they can go straight from the splash pad over to the playground. It's going to be a great kid area. And finally, there's going to be some what kind of walls that they can use to like sell bricks for a fundraising effort. So that's something that's possible to do in the future. Okay, so just to make, let me check my notes to see what else that I have on here about it. Oh, in the splash pad, there's channels in the splash pad to mimic rivers. So there will be some a little deeper streams going through to kind of mimic our river and our natural habitat in Blair. So this is going to cost about $3.3 million, and the amphitheater is going to be a separate $800,000. They plan on having 90% construction drawings, whatever that means. I guess that means except for some minor alterations, they're going to have the drawings done this week. And they're going to be ready for July 17th for bids. So they're going to start bidding this out so they can start getting it put together. So here we go, July 11th. They will be back to City Council for presentation. City Council meeting is at 7 o'clock. So if you want to see what's going on there, say anything about Generations Park, it'd be a good time to come. July 11th at 7 o'clock. So they're going to be back then, and then they're going to start sending out for bids July 17th and 18th. And in mid-August sometime is when they're going to require the bids to come back. They budgeted in the last budget $2.25 million to go to help construct Generations Park. They have pledges and donations of $426,000 and grants of $784,000. Most of the meeting was about the Generations Park, and GEO Consulting is the one who did all these graphics and designs and all the engineering, trying to figure out or design architecture, trying to figure out what Generations Park is going to look like and try to keep it cost effective. I know $3.3 million doesn't sound cost effective, but they're trying to make sure that we're not going to be dumping a bunch of money in it for maintenance and repairs. So trying to go with some good materials so that doesn't happen. There was also a job description for Operations Superintendent of Public Works Department that was read into the meeting. The job description was approved. They're going to address a lot of things with the operations. So, and then also the public. So if you have problems with your water, you're going to come to this person, or, you know, they're going to be public facing, dealing with our issues. So that might be a good thing. They're going to advertise this job internally first. So internally into Blair, government jobs that are already filled by somebody else. So if they can't find anybody internally, then they'll go to the outside. Oh, then There was some discussion about the parks department and some of the repairs around Blair. It seems though they've been around Blair trying to find areas that needed more repair. And there's some islands in town that they analyze that have cracks in the sidewalks, and the trees are kind of dead on the top, and they just need cleaned up and repaired. And Ridgeview Park is being worked on, so I'm not sure where that is, but Ridgeview Park, it's got an orange fence around it, one of those orange plastic fences around it, and they are working on it. Southridge Park plans and sidewalks, they are working on the plans and sidewalks to get the park and the park equipment, the playground equipment up in that area. Like I said, Southern Ridge Park. I'm not sure where that is either. So they're working on getting that park, the playground equipment, and the sidewalks designed and put in. And also the police department, I don't know if you've had a chance to go by there, but if you do, notice the garage that's going up. It's I think department. And that was your Blair meeting. Thank you very much.